I had no clue that this woman was going to take the stand. This is definitely crazy to me. Like, no clue that Alicia Andrews is taking a stand or had even taken a stand. This would have been day 8. Yeah, I didn't even know that she had taken a stand. If y'all don't know who Alicia Andrews is, she is one of several co-defendants in the murder, the conspiracy, the murder of Julio Foolio of Jacksonville or Florida rapper, and where they followed him and executed him on his birthday celebration night while he was going back to the hotel that he was staying at. But yeah, this is definitely something different here. Let me get this here. Okay, let me see if this will come up. Just checking for my sound. What happened? What did I do? Oh, here we go. It should be coming up now. Yeah, I didn't know Alicia Andrews was taking the stand. That's what I'm saying to you guys. But anyway.
Very good. I've entered an order denying the motion. Clerk? We'll do that at the conclusion of the evidence. All right, here you go.
There she go right there. This is crazy.
If you wouldn't mind, hey, copy. There we go.
So she basically saying,
Okay,
I
are
was
we
just with
otherwise
my
ready to
boyfriend.
proceed?
That's her thing. I was with
Okay.
my boyfriend. I didn't know
All
he was
right,
going to
screen
kill
the
me.
jury.
I had no clue.
Oh, who's going to be your
She's
next
a
witness? Okay, very good. Let's get her on the witness stand. Okay, thank you. Okay, very good. Let's bring in the jury.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, this glare killed me. Hold up. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I'm curious as to what she's going to say. I don't even know the answers to the questions. This is crazy. I didn't know she was going to take the stand.
All rise.
Dang. I need to change this cord. I know that.
All jurors are in, Judge.
Okay, very good. Welcome back, members of the jury. Everyone have a seat. I apologize for the delay, but we are ready to proceed. Defense,
I
call your
mean,
next
she looked like a
witness.
little kid. She was pregnant when she got arrested.
All
Though.
right, Ms. Andrews, I need you to
Look
raise
like a
your
little
right
kid.
hand to be sworn.
She can't go by looks. Even these kids,
Okay, very good. You may
wicked.
proceed.
Miss Andrews, can you please turn to the jury and introduce yourself by name?
My name is Alicia Andrews.
All right, Miss Andrews, you're charged with 2 counts. One is first-degree murder, and the other is conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Did you know that Charles Jones was going to die on June 23rd of 2024?
No, I did not.
Did you have any involvement in Charles Jones's murder?
No, I did not.
Did anyone tell you anything about a plot to kill Charles Jones when you went to Tampa?
No, they didn't.
I want to take a step back. How old are you, Miss Andrews?
22,
And at the time of this incident, how old were you?
21.
Did you go to high school?
Yes.
Which high schools did you go to?
I went to Rains High School and Andrew Jackson.
How long did you go to Rains High School for?
I think it was like a year, I believe.
It was a year. Do you know what year that was?
I think maybe 2017, 2018,
All right.
one of those.
And where, on what side of town is Rains?
I think that's considered the north.
That's the north side?
I think so.
All right. And did you live on the north side of that town?
I'm like on the north/east.
Okay. Why were you going to Rains?
My sister was going there, so I wanted to go to a school where I knew somebody.
When you were at Rains High School, did you hear of a shooting that happened at Rains High School?
Yes,
All right. Was this shooting big news at the high school?
yes.
Why?
I mean, everybody talked, and it was at a football game, so police just came. It was all over the media.
And was it made known to you who was involved in the shooting?
Yes.
All right. Who do you know was involved in the shooting?
I just would always hear the name Robert Howard, but I didn't really know him.
You didn't know him personally?
No, I would see him, though, but I didn't know him.
Where would you see him at?
He would be at the football games or, like, the Christmas tournaments, and they would have, like, these track meets that everybody go to called Bob Hayes.
Okay. Did you leave Rains High School to go to another school?
Yes.
Why did you leave that school?
I mean, it just really wasn't for me, and my sister had already graduated by that time, so.
All right. Where did you end up going?
Andrew Jackson High School.
And where is that school?
I don't know what side of town it's supposed to be. North, I guess.
All right. When you left Rains High School, did you have any friends still at Rains High School?
Yes.
Did you still communicate with those friends from Rains?
Yes.
Did you also have friends that went to the new school?
Yeah.
And do you maintain any friendships from either of those schools today?
Yes.
When did you meet Isaiah Chance?
It was like towards the end of 2021.
Towards the end of 2021?
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, tell me this. Were you in high school when you met him?
Yes.
And when did you graduate high school?
May 2021. I don't remember the date, though. But
Okay.
It was May.
All right. So, when did you start to date Isaiah Chance?
I would consider that like in the summertime.
Summer of after you graduated?
Yes.
All right. Did you know him before? Did you know him before you started to date him?
I knew of him.
All right. What did you know of him?
He had a sister that I was close with well, not close with, but like cool with at Rains High School.
Okay. And when you started dating in May or after May of 2021, how long did that relationship last for?
It wasn't very long. We were on and off.
Did you ever live with Isaiah Chance?
No.
Where did you live?
I stayed with my parents.
All right. And did Isaiah Chance ever come over to your parents' home?
He never been inside, but he's picked me up.
All right. Did you, at any point in time, ever stay the night at Isaiah Chance's home?
Yes.
Who did he live with?
His mom and family members, like sisters.
How long would you stay, just generally, how long would you stay at Isaiah Chance's house?
Sometimes it would be a week or two or days. It depends, like, what I'm doing.
All right. Did you have a job?
It depends what year. I did have a job.
Well, what jobs did you have?
I worked at Amazon. I was a substitute teacher. I had a lot of jobs. Ulta Beauty, worked at Victoria's Secret. What else? I think that was all of them.
All right. When you were growing up at Rains or any the Andrew Jackson High School, did you see any of the gang activity or the gang back and forth while you were in high school?
I saw it online.
All right. What types of things did you see online?
They would go on Instagram, like, and go live, and everybody would be sending it to everybody, like, are y'all watching? Like, we're young, we don't have nothing to do, so we would be kind of tuned in, just watching.
All right. And when you say they are going live, who is they?
The victim in this case, he would go live, and I guess the other people that didn't like him.
All right. And who are the other people that didn't like him at that time?
The individual that goes by Young and Ace.
Okay. So they would go back and forth on social media?
Yeah, along with other people.
Was this popular conversation in school?
Yes,
And would people send these lives and these different things to each other?
yes,
Would people text about these things?
yes,
And would people talk about these things?
yes,
Would they talk about it at school, like at lunch?
yes,
Would they talk about it during practice and for sports?
yes,
Would they talk about it at football games?
yeah,
All right. This was common knowledge to everyone in the schools?
yeah.
Why?
I mean, again, we were young, so everything that's going on in the media, everybody just talked about it.
Did you have any personal connection to Robert Howard?
No,
What about to Spaz?
no,
All right. Did you know Spaz?
no, I heard of him.
All right. And when I say Spaz, I'm referring to Gerard Adams.
Yeah, I don't know him. I heard of him.
Okay. Did you have any personal connection to this individual, Bibby?
No,
All right. Did you know of him?
yes.
And how did you know of these individuals? Spaz, Bibby, how did you know of these people?
When one individual died, some people would post it, so I would see it.
Okay. When you started to date Isaiah Chance, how was your relationship with him?
In the beginning, it was good, I would say. But then he changed over time. I mean, once we got comfortable with each other.
What did he change? What had changed about him?
He started to be a little more controlling. Like as I got older and I would want to go out, he didn't like that.
In what ways was he controlling?
Like he would tell me what to post, what not to post, or if he didn't want me to take something down, or don't wear this, don't wear that, like little stuff like that.
And when he was having these controlling ways, would you listen to him?
Yes,
Why?
I mean, I didn't know no better at the time.
Other than just having controlling ways, did Isaiah Chance ever put his hands on you?
Yes,
How many times?
I wouldn't say I was counting, but it's been a few times.
Do you remember the first time that it happened?
Yes,
When was the first time that it happened?
back in like 2021 at his house.
What happened in that situation?
We were arguing over the phone. Like he wanted my phone and I wouldn't give it to him. And that was the first time he ever like snatched it and he ended up hitting me.
Hit you how?
With a closed fist. And I was kind of like just blocking myself and saying stop.
All right, were you standing up? Were you on the ground?
I was on the bed, the edge of the bed.
And how did it stop?
His mom came in. He was telling him like to back up off me. And he was like, no, she good. And he closed the door.
All right, that was the first time?
Yes,
Did you have any bruises?
yes.
What happened? Did you go home when you had the bruises?
No, he wouldn't let me go home.
Who would not let you go home?
Isaiah.
Why would he not let you go home?
I think it was because he didn't want my parents to see it, and he probably thought they would make a big deal, which they would, so.
So, were you, I guess, hiding the bruise that you had?
At the time, yes.
Did you eventually go home?
Yes.
Did you tell anybody what happened?
Yes, my friend.
Who?
Jewel.
All right. Was there any other times that you can remember Isaiah Chance putting his hands on you?
It was a few more times after that. I don't remember the specific date, but I know it was around my birthday in 2024. And then it was another time in 2022. It was a few times.
All right. Did he ever, outside of your house and in the car, did he ever put his hands on you?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that situation?
Well, the one in the car was before we went to Tampa. It was a couple of days before that. Somebody called me, and I ended up telling him it was someone that he didn't want me to talk to, like one of my guy friends. And he assumed the guy liked me, so he got mad. And he came to my house, insisting that I come outside. So, I go outside, I look in the car, I'm like, what? He said, get in the car. I said, for what? And then he gave me a look, so I got in the car.
When you got in the car, what happened?
He drove me to like a park, and then he stopped and he was like, let me see your phone. And I said no. But he ended up grabbing it. He was telling me to unlock it, and I wouldn't unlock it. And that's when he repeatedly hit me to unlock the phone.
How did he hit you?
Like on the side of my face. So if I'm in the passenger seat, somebody hits you from the side, you're hitting the side of the seatbelt thing. It was like on the side. I don't know what they call that.
Where the seat belt comes out of?
Yeah, like
where it retracts?
Yeah, my head was hitting on that.
All right. And how long did that last for?
I believe we were sitting there for like 20 minutes because I get frustrated and I just start kicking and hitting back, and then he told me to stop.
After that, did you go back home?
Later on that day I did. Well, once we sit there for a minute, he ended up talking to me, apologizes, then we go out to eat.
Was that his way of making up to you?
Yes.
Did that happen more times than one?
Yes.
I'm going to show you something, and I want you to tell me if you recognize it. Do you recognize what you see?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
It's me sending my friend a picture of
Well,
my...
just tell me how you recognize it. Don't tell me what it is.
Oh, well, I see my face.
All right. And did you take these photographs?
Yes.
All right. Is it a fair and accurate depiction of the photograph you took?
Yes.
At this time, defense would move. What's Defense Exhibit 7 into evidence?
Any objection? No objection, Judge. Admitted.
I apologize, Judge. The computer is frozen. All right. Miss Andrews, what is this a photograph of?
My face.
And why, what is on your face?
That's when he bruised my eye.
Who is he?
Isaiah.
Do you remember when this was, time frame?
I don't remember the exact date, but I recall sending her a picture though.
Who is her?
I think that's Jewel.
Now, why did you send this picture?
Because I was already telling her about the other incident, so when I sent it to her, I'm like I'm fed up, kind of like just telling her, like, what do I do?
All right. What is this photograph?
Of my eye that he bruised.
Exhibit
Same exhibit.
for the record, correct?
Yes, same
Are they
exhibit.
marked, are they different photos within one exhibit?
It's a composite exhibit, yes.
So do you have them identified for the record?
There will be exhibit 7. It'll be A through D.
So what is this? You showed her A initially,
Well, the first one was D.
and what is this one?
This is going to be B.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
What is this a photo of?
Of my eye that he bruised.
Is this a separate incident or the same?
It's the same day.
All right. And why did you take another picture?
I was just showing her closely.
All right. Showing 7A. What is this a photograph of?
One of my phones.
All right. What is the phone showing? What are you doing in this photograph?
Showing her that the screen is cracked.
Who is her?
I believe I sent it to Jewel.
All right. And how did the screen get cracked?
He broke it.
How?
I think he threw it to the ground.
All right.
I don't remember exactly how he threw it, but
And while that exhibit is still up, hold on. How often or how many times did Isaiah chance to break your phone?
from 2021 to 2024, maybe 4 times.
Was it always the same way?
No.
What other ways did he break your phones?
I think one time he threw it to the wall, like repeatedly threw it to the wall over and over so that it wouldn't turn back on. And then the very last time he bent it some kind of way. So like this, I don't know what they call it on the iPhone. It had like a dent in it. I don't know how he broke it though, like what kind of way he broke it.
All right. And when he would break these phones, who would get them fixed?
My parents, or if I had a job, I'll get it fixed. Isaiah only ever paid for one to get fixed.
What is this a photograph of?
Showing her my eye,
Who is her?
Jewel.
And again, is this a new part
Yes,
of the composite?
this is 7, exhibit 7, and this is going to be C.
Okay, thank you.
So this goes to that.
I don't know. There's something wrong with my mic cord. I need a different mic cord. This is crazy, man. I'm surprised that she took the stand. I'm really surprised. What's even going to surprise me even more if she's found not guilty? And the reason why I say that is because there's no way that anybody could believe she spent that time with them and did all that logistics and all that and never had a clue what was going on. She guilty as hell. Now, she is a victim in a different way. She's a victim because she doesn't understand life. She's young, dumb, ain't had a chance. So she's that victim. But she's guilty of this. Now, I will say this, though. I'll say this. I think it was a pretty good strategy that they let her take the stand. I think it was a pretty good thing that she went to trial by herself, because during the sentencing stage, if they find her guilty, at least it gives the judge a chance to warm up to her being someone so young and someone so naive, someone who didn't pull the trigger, someone who really wasn't a principal player in terms of communicating, showing any hatred, showing any animus towards Julio Foolio. You know, now was she to look out in all of that? I mean, come on, this is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. But was she like the principal? Was she the person? Was she that? I'm gonna say no. No. Somebody in the comment put, I think she is dumb as hell, meant to say. And, well, whatever you meant to say, I'll pin it. Whatever you meant to say, I can't read the handle. I agree with you like 3,000%. And that's where I think the judge, even if they find her guilty, unless there's mandatory minimums, that the judge really may not have any discretion to do anything. But in terms of the judge maxing her out, I don't think that the judge is going to max her out, for the very point that I pinned one of you guys' comments, because she's dumb as hell. The judge, seeing her sit there, it's like a little kid. She's 22, but she looks like a little kid. Now, we know we can't go by looks, because these kids, they'll kill you. They treacherous. They do shit that's just unconscionable. You know, we know that. But by the same token, I think that's where she's going to catch a break at. She's going to catch a break that whatever they find her guilty of, the judge is going to have to give her the minimum mandatory or whatever based on the counts. But I don't think the judge is going to max her out, because that judge is going to sit there and say, this little dumbass motherfucker, you know, let me shut up, because they back up.
All right, Ms. Andrews, I'm going to show you something. I want you to tell me if you recognize it. Do you recognize what this is?
Yes.
All right. What is it? Without telling me what it says.
A message from Isaiah.
And are these messages that you see here, are they accurate representations of the messages that you received from Isaiah?
Yes.
How do you recognize these messages?
They're messages that he sent me, I think, on iMessage.
At this time, the defense will move Exhibit 8 into evidence?
State you renew your objection? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, same ruling. Overruled. You can admit it.
All right. Do you recognize this email address here at the top?
Yes.
All right. And whose email address is that?
Isaiah?
And do you see where it says message sender?
Yes.
All right. Do you see the body of the message here?
Yes.
What does it say?
He said, stop fucking posting yourself, goddamn.
All right. Do you remember this message?
Yes.
This message went to who?
Me?
Do you see this second message here?
Yes.
What does the message say?
He said, the fuck you keep advertising yourself for?
All right. And this is from Isaiah Chance to you?
Yes.
What was he talking about when he says you keep advertising yourself?
I don't remember what picture I posted, but I posted a picture on Instagram that he didn't like.
Now, this third message, what does it say?
I said, I'm not advertising myself.
Can you read the fourth message?
It said, just say delete it.
That message comes from, you know if you sent that or did he send that to you?
It say his name at the top, so I think he sent it.
The fifth message here,
He said delete it.
when he says delete it, what is he talking about?
He told me to take the picture down.
And what did you respond and say?
Okay.
Why did you take the photograph down?
I didn't really have a reason. I don't like to cause conflict between us, so I just took it down.
And that was in October of 2023?
Yes.
Yes?
When you said earlier that you just didn't want to have any disagreements between you and Isaiah Chance, if you do get him upset, what typically happens?
He'll probably end up hitting me or fighting me or something. It depends if I'm around him.
It depends what?
If I'm around him at the time,
Was Isaiah Chance a jealous person?
yes.
And did he get angry when he was jealous?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you stayed with him throughout the abuse and throughout him being angry and jealous with you, of you?
It was kind of like he was manipulating me. Like I did want to leave, but I didn't want to leave. And I mean, you really want to understand unless you're in the situation. It's not that easy to leave all the time. And then I'm young, and he'll tell me, you know, nobody wants you, nobody gonna want you, and like he'll make statements like that, and I'll kind of just like, okay. So I settled.
During the interrogation, you make a statement about you being pregnant before. Do you remember that statement?
Yes,
Have you been pregnant before your most recent pregnancy?
yes.
All right. And what happened during that pregnancy?
Your Honor, I'm going to object as to relevancy.
Sustain the objection.
Do I answer it?
No,
No,
hold on.
I sustain the objection. It means you cannot answer, okay?
Okay.
All right. I want to talk about this trip. Well, let me first talk about the Airbnb. At a certain point in time, did you send an Instagram message to someone inquiring about an Airbnb?
Yes,
That Instagram message was sent from your phone?
yes,
Isaiah Chance was not using your phone at that time.
no.
Why did you send that message?
He called me and said, can you text the girl that do the B&Bs? Let me know what she got available.
All right. Did you know why you were asking for the Airbnb at that point in time?
No,
When you asked the individual for the Airbnb, for the inquiry about the Airbnb, did they respond to you?
yes.
Did they respond immediately?
I think the first message was fast, but the last message, she took a minute.
All right. Did you ultimately book an Airbnb through this individual?
No,
Was this individual that you sent the message to, was that Rashad Murphy's girlfriend?
no,
Did that person that you sent that message to, do you know if she even knew Rashad Murphy?
no, but I knew her, so I knew she had a, he told me something, he was like, how do you know it's not Rashad's girlfriend? But I knew the girl, so.
Hold on. When you say he, who is he? You talking about the officer?
Yeah, the detective.
All right. We'll get to the interrogation. But the question is, did you know, or do you know whether this woman was Rashad Murphy's girlfriend?
No,
All right. All right. Did you ultimately book an Airbnb in this case?
no,
When the Airbnb, did somebody book it?
yes.
Did anyone tell you when someone else booked the Airbnb?
When I called him back about the message I got, he told me, oh, it's already booked, it's okay.
When you say you called him back, who is him?
Isaiah,
All right. And so when you called Isaiah Chance back to tell him that you received a message back from Instagram, the woman on Instagram, he told you what?
he said it's already booked, it's okay.
All right. So someone else booked the Airbnb.
Yes.
Do you know who booked it?
At the time, I didn't know.
All right. Did he tell you that Rashad Murphy booked it?
No,
Did you ask any questions about it?
no.
At what point did you figure out that Isaiah Chance was going to Tampa, Florida?
That's the next day I called him on the 22nd.
All right. This is the day of?
Yeah, the day
The
we
trip
leave.
down?
Yes.
All right. And how did you learn that he was going to Tampa?
I called him early that day like we always do, and I'm like, what you doing today? He said, I might be going out of town. I said, I wanted to go.
Did he tell you what he was going out of town for?
No.
Why did you want to go out of town with him?
Well, we were supposed to go to Atlanta, and we ended up fighting, so I didn't go.
You said you were supposed to go to Atlanta, and what happened?
We ended up fighting, so I didn't go.
All right. When were you supposed to go to Atlanta?
It was beginning of June.
All right. So, did he tell you where he was going?
What, the
Like the
September?
city?
Yeah.
All right. So, what did you know about the trip?
Nothing much.
All right. Did you know who was going?
No, at the time he just said me and him. He told me to pack my stuff.
Where were you at when you had that conversation with him?
I'm at home.
Do you know where he was?
No.
Did you come to find out where he was?
Yes.
All right. Where was he at?
He referred to him as his little brother. He said his little brother's house.
All right. And how did you find out that he was at his little brother's house?
When I arrive and get in the car with him, he drives to someone's house, and I said, "Why are we here?" He said, "We're going to ride with my little brother."
All right. When you say little brother, who is that? Do you know his
Sean
name?
Gathright.
Okay. And so you get to Sean Gathright's house by Isaiah Chance picking you up and taking you there?
Yes.
All right. Where did Isaiah Chance pick you up from?
It was a club that we met at.
All right. Did somebody take you to the club?
Yes, my sister.
All right. Is that because you do not drive?
Yes.
All right. So after your sister takes you to a club, are you actually partying at this club?
No.
Is it just a drop-off location?
Yeah, it was closer, and he told me to just meet him there.
All right. So Isaiah Chance picks you up from this club, and you go where?
To his little brother's house.
All right. When you get there, what do?
I just sit in the car.
You were waiting.
Yes.
Was the little brother, was Sean Gathright there when you arrived?
No.
All right. Was there a car in the driveway when you got there?
Yes.
Do you remember from the video, do you remember what color car was in the driveway?
It was a white car.
All right. And the brother was not there yet?
No.
When the brother got there, did you communicate with the brother at all?
No.
All right. Is there a reason why you don't communicate with individuals that Isaiah Chance is friends with?
Well, he tells me not to talk to his friends, so I just got in the car.
Why does Isaiah Chance tell you not to talk to his friends?
Because he'll think I like them or something like that. He just makes up stuff.
All right. So you get in another vehicle, and where do you sit in the vehicle?
Backseat.
And what happens next?
We drive off to a gas station.
What happens at the gas station?
I get out and get snacks.
All right. And do you know if there's anyone at the gas station? Anyone else?
No.
All right. What happens after you get snacks from that gas station? You all go to Tampa?
No, they drove to some, I guess, apartments.
Apartment complex?
Yes.
And what happens at the apartment complex?
They get out of the car and they dap two bigger guys up, but they had the windows outside.
So let me back up. You said they. Who is they get out the car?
Sean and Isaiah get out of the car and they dap two bigger guys, two
And-
dark-skinned
And
guys.
explain what you mean by dap.
Like shaking hands, acknowledging each other.
What happens after they get out, they being Isaiah Chance and Sean Gathright, after they get out and they acknowledge these other two individuals?
They get back in the car and drive off.
Who is they?
Sean, he drives off because he's driving.
All right. So what happens after you all leave this apartment complex?
We head to Tampa.
And are there any stops on the way to Tampa?
Another gas station.
What happens at this second gas station?
They get out of the car, they're talking, but I'm still in the car.
All right. Who's they?
Sean and Isaiah get out of the car.
All right. And they're talking amongst each other?
Yes.
All right. Do you know what they're saying?
No.
All right. Do you ask what they're saying?
No.
At the time, do you care what they're saying?
No.
After you go to this second gas station, what happens?
Then we go to the Airbnb.
All right. When you arrive at the Airbnb, who all is in your vehicle?
Just Zay, me, and Sean.
Who gets out first?
I think they both got out at the same time.
All right. And were you paying attention to where they went when they got out of the car?
No.
What were you doing as they were getting out of the car?
I was on TikTok.
On your phone?
Yes.
And when you got out of the car, where were they at?
I didn't see them no more.
All right. When you didn't see them, what did you do?
I mean, I did what he told me to do. When he got out of the car, he said, when you're ready, it's the first door.
All right. So did you go to the door?
Yeah, I just knocked.
And what happened when you knocked? Initially.
He didn't open it.
Did you use an access code to get into the Airbnb?
No,
Did you have an access code?
no,
Do you have the Airbnb app on your phone, or did you have it on your phone?
no,
When you arrived, are you on your phone?
yes.
Do you call anyone?
I was calling Isaiah to see if he's gonna open the door.
Okay. Did you see a Ring camera in front of the door?
Not at first.
All right. Do you care if there was a Ring camera in front of the door?
No.
Why not?
I mean, it's a camera.
When you get to the door and you get inside, how are you able to actually get inside?
Isaiah lets me in.
All right. And when you get inside, is it just yourself, Isaiah, and Sean Gathright inside?
Yes.
And where do you go?
Upstairs.
Are there any rooms downstairs?
No.
And upstairs, what's upstairs?
2 beds in the bathroom. 2 bedrooms in the bathroom.
Did you choose to occupy one of the bedrooms?
Yes.
What did you do while you were sitting in the Airbnb from the time you got, well, let me ask you this. Did you get there around 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.?
Yes.
And what did you do for the next few hours?
I was in the bed.
What were you doing in the bed?
Scrolling through Netflix, trying to find a show. Then I was on my phone a little bit.
At any point in time while you were upstairs, did Isaiah Chance and Sean Gathright leave?
Yes.
Do you know where they went?
No. Isaiah told me, be right back real quick. He left.
All right. Did you ask him where he was going?
No.
Did they include you in their travel plans?
No.
At the time, were you hungry?
Yes.
All right. Were you looking for something to eat?
Yes, on DoorDash.
What were you looking for?
Some Pizza Hut.
All right. And is that the Instagram post that we've seen throughout the trial?
Yes.
All right. Did you ultimately order Pizza Hut?
No, they were high.
When you say they were high, what do you mean by that?
I was trying to get like 10-piece wings and a small pizza. I didn't want to buy it. It's too high.
Okay. Would you expect Isaiah to be buying food for you while you're away?
Yes.
When you didn't purchase the Pizza Hut, what did you decide to do?
I texted him and said I was hungry.
And then after you text him, what happened?
I think he said, I don't even think he responded. I think he just came back and asked me. He was like, what do you want to eat?
Did you make a decision about what you wanted to eat?
I said, I'll get McDonald's.
Okay. And what happens next? All right. Do you remember what's happening inside the car?
No, I mean, he always has it.
Did he ask you for the code to get in?
Yeah.
And did you give him the code?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Do you know what he did with the phone?
He tried to make a call, I guess. He had it up, but I didn't hear what he was saying.
All right, so let me talk to you about this. Is it weird or strange, anything out of the ordinary, for Isaiah Chance to use your phone to make phone calls?
No.
Had he done that before in the past?
Yes.
Had he spoken to Robert Howard using your phone before?
Yes.
Had he spoken to other individuals using your phone before?
Yes.
Do you know why?
No, but I assumed it's maybe because he don't want him to have his number.
When he would speak to individuals on your phone, would he always speak around you?
No.
Would he sometimes leave the room?
Yeah.
All right. And do you question him about why he's using your phone or why he's leaving the room?
No.
Why not?
I mean, wasn't really a big deal to me at first.
So back to the parking lot at Teasers. I'm going to publish State Exhibit 41. And this is 41B, I believe 7. 8.
Fusco, he's moving around, causing attention to himself, breathing very heavily for the jurors to hear him. It's very distracting while Ms. Andrews is testifying.
Okay, well, I'm not going to limit what Mr. Fusco does, and I would just notice that throughout the course of the trial for both the state and the defense, you all are constantly moving around as far as getting exhibits and helping the attorney that's doing the questioning or the cross-examining, and I haven't limited that in any way. I'm not going to tell Mr. Fusco where he can or cannot sit, okay? Okay, are we ready to go?
Yes, ma'am. And just so the court's aware, Your Honor, I do not represent Ms. Mays. I'm here as just an observer. I did represent Mr. Jones during some entertainment law matters that he had in the past, and a case in Duval County. I was sitting right up front supporting the mother of the victim. For whatever reason, the attorney decided to come and sit right next to us and the victim's mother during the witness's testimony. I'm not certain why. So
Okay.
there was some uncomfortable movements by all parties over there, being that he decided to come sit with the victim's mother. But
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, very good, let's go. Oh, and I'm sorry, while I'm at it, I'm sorry, before you bring the jury, 1 second. Mr. Bethea, please delete those photos, okay? Of just members of the public. Bring the jury.
Yes, Judge. All rise.
all rise.
All jurors are in, Judge.
Okay, very good. All right, everyone have a seat, and you may continue, Mr. McClyman.
All right, Miss Andrews, I think we left off where you heard gunshots. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. After that happens, what happens next?
He drives back, but I did make a reaction, but we didn't get the same reaction, so I left it alone.
And again, at that point in time, did you know that anyone had been shot?
No.
Even though you heard gunshots, you didn't know that anyone had been actually shot?
No, they could have been shooting in the air or something.
All right. Did you know that it had anything to do with Isaiah Chance?
No.
Were you suspicious of anything at that point?
Yes.
All right. And what happens after you leave the Home 2 Suites?
He was like 2 streets over, and he stopped and waited.
Stop and wait for what?
I don't think anything particularly. He was just on the phone.
Was he saying something on the phone?
No, like he was on an app, like Twitter or something, just scrolling.
What happens after that?
We go back to the Airbnb.
When you get back to the Airbnb, is anyone there?
Yes.
Who's at the Airbnb?
It was the other guys was there downstairs.
And did you go inside the Airbnb?
Yeah, I did.
And when you went inside, what did you see them doing?
I mean, they were just sitting around. One was on the couch. One was sitting at the dinner table, I think. And they were just sitting there, looked tired. They were stink. I just went upstairs.
All right. Did you see any guns when you went inside?
No, I didn't.
Did you see any rifles at all, anything?
No.
They got to the house before you?
Yeah.
When you went upstairs, what did you do?
I changed, got back in the bed.
And what happened after that? Did you go to sleep?
Yeah.
In the morning, I assume you woke up.
Yeah.
And what happened when you woke up?
Well, he wasn't right there, so I texted him. I told him I was hungry. What happened? I know we ended up arguing about something. It was kind of petty, though. I just wanted food, and he takes so long to get me what I wanted. So I was just waiting there, and I took a shower. Then eventually he come in there, he shows me outfits, what he want to put on today. And then that was pretty much it.
At some point during that day, did you all leave the Airbnb?
Yes.
All right. Where did you go?
Back to Jacksonville.
Was it your decision to go back home?
I mean, no, but I didn't mind. I was ready to go anyways.
Why?
I'm there with other people I don't know. It wasn't a trip that I thought it was going to be, so I was ready to go.
Did you take an Uber back?
Yes.
And whose idea was that?
Isaiah.
Why did you not take the Impala back?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask him. He made the decision to go on Uber.
Did Sean Gathright, the one who was driving the Impala, did he leave before or after you? Do you remember?
I think he was after.
Did he offer a ride to go back to Jacksonville in the Impala?
No, I remember him saying he had somewhere to go.
When you get in the, well, let me ask you this. There's a pink bag that the state's referencing, seeing you walk
Yes.
out of the Airbnb with it. You remember that?
Yes,
Whose pink bag is that?
Isaiah's.
And why does he have a pink bag?
I mean, it's his mom's bag. He just had clothes in it, though.
And were there any rifles in that bag?
No, it was just clothes.
You've seen the rifles that have been in this trial?
Yeah, I seen it.
Can those rifles fit in that pink bag?
No,
And the bag itself, was it heavy?
no.
What was inside the bag?
It was his clothes.
Did you look in any of the bags, any of the other bags that were there?
No, I never even seen those bags in the Airbnb. Unless when I was upstairs, they could have brought it in, but I didn't see them when I was down there.
When you get in the Airbnb to go home, what are you doing?
Just in the back seat, listening to music.
All right. Are you talking to the Uber driver?
We exchanged a few words, but nothing much.
At any point in time, do you tell the Uber driver to slow down?
No,
Are you worried about the Uber driver speeding?
No.
Do you have any guns on you?
No.
Did you commit any crimes?
No.
You get back to Jacksonville that day,
Yeah.
and what happens next?
We get out the car. I just get in his car. And then he drops the guy that was in the back, Rashad. He dropped him back off to the place he was at.
All right. Did the Uber driver help you all with your bags?
Yeah.
All right. That day, the day after you went to these nightclubs, did you go on social media at all?
I went on there, but wasn't doing nothing.
All right. When you say you weren't doing it, what do you mean by that?
I wasn't making any posts.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking if you went on social media.
Yeah, I did.
Did you see anything on social media?
Yeah, TikToks. I was on Instagram.
All right. And did you see that Charles Jones, Julio Foolio, had died?
Yes, on TikTok.
And what did you see, if you can remember?
I think people were outside recording, like the hotel.
All right. Did you recognize the hotel?
Yeah.
And when you saw that on your social media, what did you think?
I mean, I was confused. I'm like, that's probably what I heard, but
All right. And did you ask Isaiah about it?
not necessarily asked him, but I showed him the video.
And what happened?
He was like, dang, and who page was it on?
Did he at that point tell you anything about him being involved in anything?
No, he didn't.
Did you think it was strange that you were in that area?
Yeah.
At a certain point in time, do you think that the individuals who were there, who were at the Airbnb, that they had anything to do with this?
I mean, at that time, I mean, I could say they were being weird, but I didn't think they would know. I don't know them personally to say, oh, they're a killer. Like, I don't know.
And when you say they were being weird, what do you mean by that?
Like, I remember I walked downstairs to get some ice. It's like everybody stopped talking. So I'm like, I didn't know what for.
At some point, do the police come to talk to you?
Yeah.
And when the police come to talk to you, what do they come to talk to you about?
He asked me like what I did that weekend. Was I in Tampa?
So they're questioning you about the shooting?
Yes.
The first time you talk to the police, is it in the interrogation video?
Yes.
This is Exhibit 59. I'm going to publish to the jury. Can you wait a 10-minute mark? Is that you in the interrogation room?
Yes.
All right. And what do you have on?
Blue jacket, some Adidas, and I believe Crocs.
Can you back it up just a little bit? That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Keep it clear. Do you recognize the two individuals?
Yeah.
Play it so you can see this. Take a look on the corner. Plug it back in. Just a minute, baby. The bottom. Different device.
You can use that. Yeah, no problem. This one.
Judge, the sound is not working on any device, so I'm unaware of what's going on. So I'm trying to fix it.
Okay?
You understand that? You may use any of these rights at any time, before or during questioning, and you may Just so you know, again, like you said, you want to see some stuff and you want to answer some stuff,
Is there a question?
There's about to be one. I'm about to ask you a question. So, Alicia Andrews, we're watching this video. I want you to tell me what you hear from Detective Ramos.
you can answer it. If you don't want to answer some stuff, you don't have to answer it.
What did Detective Ramos just tell you?
He said I can answer if I want to answer. If I don't want to answer, I don't have to answer.
This is, you are in charge of what happens to you in your future starting right now, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that? You have anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand that? You have the right to consult with an attorney before you make a statement or answer any question, and the right to have an attorney present during questioning. Do you understand that? If you want an attorney but cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before or during questioning free of charge. Do you understand that? You may use any of these rights at any time, before or during questioning, and you may stop this interview at any time. Do you understand that? Do you understand all the rights that I've just read you? So you understand at any time. Up to you.
Mr. Andrews, had you ever had your rights read to you before?
That would have been the first time.
And
Okay?
when he's reading the rights to you, are you paying attention to him?
Sort of.
I want to show you a video here. Do you have any questions about your rights before I show you this video?
Do you remember him asking you any questions about any facts prior to showing you the video?
No.
Can you see that?
What is Detective Ramos showing you?
A video of me at the Airbnb.
Had you ever seen the video before?
No.
Is that you in the footage?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell?
Does he have to beat that out of you?
No.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Going on here?
Wait, I'm not open the door.
Okay, where are you at in this video?
I see him.
Do you remember what town you were in?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it difficult for you to tell him that you were in Tampa?
No.
Can you tell us what you're doing down in Tampa then? Here's the thing, be honest.
Just going out.
Just
I
go.
had to wait for a minute 2 months before that. So he asked on the first one.
Who's he?
My boyfriend.
Got him?
Yeah. What did you call me?
Well, what do you call him?
Zane.
Zay?
When the detective called Isaiah Chance gutter and you laughed, why did you laugh?
I mean, I thought it was weird. Like,
What?
they're detectives. I thought they were going to at least use his real name.
Were you trying to say that you didn't know who Gutter was?
No.
In fact, did you tell them that your boyfriend was Gutter?
Yeah.
So does he go back? You don't call? You never call him Got him? Never.
That's not like the
Zay, you can call him Zay. If that's what you know him about.
Who all went down to Tampa with you? You with them?
When you told the detective that you don't know the people, was that true?
Yeah.
Do you know, or did you know Davion Murphy?
No.
I mean, today, do you know Davion Murphy?
Yeah, now.
All right. Do you know, or did you know at the time, Rashad Murphy
No.
and Sean Gathright? What communications or contacts had you had with Sean Gathright at the time?
None at that time. I just told him I met him maybe one time.
Okay. You're saying none at that time, then you said you just met him one time. So I just want the jury to be clear. At this time of this interview, how many times had you met Sean Gathright before?
That would be 2, including Tampa, so that would be the second time.
Okay. The first time you met Sean Gathright, what was that at? Where was that at?
His house.
All right. And was he the only one there?
It was him and the other people I didn't know, but I think it was some of his family members.
All right. Was it a gathering?
Yes.
All right. With multiple people at the house?
Yeah.
And what did you do at the house?
I walked in, and Zay introduced me to them. He was like, this is my second family. He was like, what do you want to eat? So he fixed me a plate.
All right.
How long did you stay there? I don't remember that time, but it was long.
Do you remember meeting Sean Gathright's mother there?
No, I don't remember that.
Do you remember if she was even there?
No, it was a lot of people.
All right. Do you, if you were to call out the people that were there, would you recognize them?
No.
All right. Hold on. While you're inside this interrogation room, do you feel any pressure?
Not in the beginning, but later on, yeah.
Why?
I mean, he was talking over me and yelling, and I felt like I was just closed in by 2 men.
The detective, was he cursing at you?
Yeah,
In your view, was he threatening you?
yeah.
What types of threats did he make to you?
He said I was never going to see my baby. I was going to spend life in prison. He said you were never going to get to go out again, do your nails, your hair, something like that. He said a lot of stuff.
All right. When they asked you about other individuals like Davion Murphy or Rashad Murphy, at that point in time, did you feel comfortable talking about these individuals?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I don't really know them, so I didn't want to talk about them.
Did you tell the detective that you were the one inside of the cruise
Yeah.
at McDonald's?
Yeah, I did.
Did you tell him that you went to clubs?
Yeah.
You told him that before he showed you any video of a club?
I think so, I did.
You also pointed out Isaiah Chance as being in the car at the McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Did the detective know that Isaiah Chance was in the car at the McDonald's?
No.
That you gave him that information?
Yeah.
Getting an Instagram message to somebody to rent an Airbnb for you guys down here?
All right. What did Detective Campbell just ask you?
Did I DM a girl on Instagram?
When he asked you that question, did you remember what he was referencing immediately?
No.
You don't? You did, when you sent a message from your phone.
Oh, I know something.
Yeah. Tell what happened on
Yeah,
that.
she do like have whenever you do it.
She does what?
She does have like you can bring something to her address.
Okay. Who did you send a message to? Do you remember?
I don't know her name. It's a light skinned girl. Like she do promos. She posts on Instagram.
Okay.
Did she end up booking the Airbnb that you guys stayed at? Do you know
She
who booked
texted
it?
me on text back.
Do you know who booked the Airbnb that you guys stayed at?
I just asked, and the one over like, we're still going.
Was the guy who was driving the cruise while you were at McDonald's, okay, who you hadn't met before, was he at the Airbnb when you guys left the Airbnb? You don't know?
Like, I was there first. Like, when you got me going. Like,
When you say that you left first, are you referring to when you left to go back to Jacksonville?
Wait, I gotta hear what it said again. I'm sorry. I gotta hear what it said again.
When you guys left the Airbnb? Was the guy who was driving the cruise while you were at McDonald's, okay, who you hadn't met before, was he at the Airbnb when you guys left the Airbnb? You don't know?
like, I was there first. Like, when you got me going.
When you're making that statement, are you referring to after, like when you all are leaving the Airbnb to go back to Jacksonville?
I think I was.
The person that he's mentioning, he says the one that's in the driver's seat at McDonald's, you know that person to be Davion?
Yeah, now.
All right. And did Davion ride back with you?
No.
Or just 24?
Where did you go back?
24 flat.
Well, it can't be you and Ab because you're the only one that goes in the front door. Nobody else can go that front. Were you there by yourself at your Airbnb? Well, it can't be you and Ab because you're the only one that goes in the front door. Nobody else can go that front.
That's fine.
Because they don't come in at the same time.
Was there some confusion about you letting people in the back door of the Airbnb?
Yeah.
Did the detectives believe that you let people inside the back of the Airbnb?
Yeah, that's what he thought.
And he thought that you were doing that to conceal their identity?
Yeah.
How did they get in?
Yeah, but this camera goes off every time somebody passes it, and in order to get in, you have to put in a code, and that code gets tracked on the app. I spoke to the owner of the Airbnb. Nobody else went in. How did they get in?
I'm not sure.
Did you let them in another door?
Is it possible you could have opened the back door?
No.
Were you there by yourself at your Airbnb? Well, it can't be you and Ab because you're the only one that goes in the front door. Nobody else comes in that front door. Every single person that comes in that front door and uses that code. When you guys went out to McDonald's, did you go out the front door? You don't know? Or did you go out the back door? Which door did you go out?
I'm not sure. Sorry, she.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? That you're the only one that went into the front door? Nobody else went in that front door? So how did Zay get inside if you were the only one in the front door?
I did not.
Huh?
I don't know. I did not.
No, I understand how you got in the front door.
Yeah.
How did anybody else get in? Because nobody else is on camera.
Anybody else?
Zay was with you. You stayed there,
Yes,
right?
I did.
He didn't go in the front door.
I don't know. I did not.
Zay didn't go in the front door.
When he's asking you the question repeatedly, you understand what he's asking you.
Yeah.
Is he accepting what you're saying?
No.
I'm not sure.
When he does not accept what you're saying, do you get frustrated with him?
Yeah.
Are you showing that frustration?
No, I'm kind of doing like
Yeah,
a.
I'm going to sustain. Don't lead the witness. Ask the next, rephrase your question.
Are you showing the frustration?
No, I'm just doing a nervous laugh.
Was he inside with you?
Yes, of course. I'm doing it by myself.
Okay, but he didn't know the front door.
Well, I don't know. And don't ask him that, because I don't know.
Why did you say, did y'all ask him that? Who is him?
Isaiah.
Why did you say that?
Because, I mean, it's about him. Like, go ask him.
I'm going in for myself then.
I want one honesty from you. You ready for my one honesty?
Are they back at this issue with the Airbnb door?
Yeah.
Did you open the back door to let other people in the Airbnb? That's an easy question. Then how did they get in the Airbnb because they did not go in the front door?
What they got to do with me?
No, it's asking you for one honesty.
All I did was walk up and knock. Did you see me tap anything in? So what they got to do with
You
me?
opened up the front door and you got it.
I didn't open nothing.
You didn't open up the front door of that place?
No.
How did you get in?
I was seeing it's open.
Nobody else went to the front door by you. I'm just asking one thing that I know is 100% truthful. And you can't answer that.
He has to give you the code over there.
Was it 100% truthful that you went to the back door, that you let people into the back door?
No.
Rick, it's actually just audio of that. You have to get the code to get in. He gave you the code to open. It's audio recorded. It's on
I
the
don't have the code.
The guy gave
Like,
you the
y'all put it to me.
code.
I'm about to go. I don't have
Did you hear Detective Campbell say that the guy gave you the code to go in?
Yeah, he did.
Is that accurate?
No.
the code.
It's on audio.
Okay, go back and listen. What code did you hear me say?
I can tell you this. How many women do
I
you
don't even
know?
have the
Hey,
Airbnb out.
how many women do you know that have been to prison?
I don't know.
Go to 38 flat. Or you could just let it go. I didn't realize it was so close. Just let it
Hey, do you know any woman that's been to prison? You should know that. I can tell you this, you're young and you're small. And where you are likely to end up without the truth, without a truthful statement right now, is a horrible place.
I gave you truth.
No, you have not.
I have, whether you believe it or not.
Let me ask you something. Do you think I'm probably good at my job or probably bad at my job?
I don't know you.
What was your response?
I said, I don't know you.
So, when you say that you don't know him, does that mean you don't see him in front of you?
No.
What does it mean when you say you don't know him?
I don't know him personally.
Is that the same sort of response you gave about whether you know Davion and Rashad Murphy?
Yeah.
All right. There were some things during this interrogation that you said that were not accurate, were not truthful. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. What were those things generally about?
I mean, everything I didn't answer was about them.
Who's them?
The other co-defendant.
All right. Did you have any concerns for your safety at this time that if you said something about another individual, it could come back on you?
Yeah.
Did any of the detectives at any point in time, whether it be on this video or otherwise, did they tell you that they would make sure that you were safe from anyone?
No, they didn't.
Obviously, were your parents present?
No.
Was anyone there to assist you?
No.
At the time of this interview, do you know where Isaiah Chance was at?
No.
Do you know whether if he got pulled in by the officers at the same time?
No.
This ain't no shit you get to walk away from.
The problem is, you can't even say that you heard it all. You just weren't.
He's in the passenger seat, aim for the passenger seat. You talking to two grown men who've been in this way too long. Like, how, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? If somebody told you I'm in a car with somebody, and he's talking on the phone the whole time, I ain't hear nothing, you know what he said? That makes sense to you? How does that make sense? I'm here I am. I'm right here. I'm with you. Here's the second house. Boom. Hey, he just pulled up to the hotel. No. Drive around one more time. Hey, park real quick. He's in the passenger seat. Aim for the passenger seat. Are you hearing that?
First of all, was Isaiah Chance saying anything like that to you?
No.
Was he saying anything like that on the phone?
No.
Is that just the officer's assumption about what was happening?
Yeah.
When the officer here gets in your face, what do you feel?
Aggravated?
Are you hearing me say that? You didn't hear me say that?
What did you tell him?
I said, no, I'm kind of zoned out.
It's a game, Chief. It's a game, Chief. And it's sad, man. And it's sad because this isn't a game. This is real life. It's happening right now. This is real life. This ain't no TV shit. This ain't no shit you get to walk away from.
The problem is, you can't even say that you heard it all. You just weren't part of it. You can't even say that to us.
When the officers asked if you went down to Tampa with anyone other than Isaiah Chance, did you tell them that you went with his little brother?
Yeah.
All right. And at the time, did you know his name?
No.
Did they show you a photograph of the little brother?
Yeah, they did.
Did the photograph look like him initially?
No, not at first.
Why not?
I mean, I remember him having bushy hair, and he showed me a whole different picture, so I said no.
And you drove down with this individual, Sean Gathright, from Jacksonville to Tampa?
Yeah.
All right. Were you staring at his face the entire time you were driving down?
No.
Where were you at?
In the back seat?
And were you looking at were you trying to look at his face while you were driving down?
Not really.
When you got to the Airbnb, did you and him hang out inside the Airbnb face to face?
No.
Did he go to McDonald's with you?
No.
Were you at Teasers with Sean Gathright at any point in time?
No.
And Sean Gathright, did he ride back to Jacksonville with you?
No.
Do you believe if you told the officers, these detectives here, if you told them what they wanted to hear, do you think they would have let you out?
No.
All right, Miss Andrews. Are you still in a relationship with Isaiah Chance?
I mean, he may think that. I never broke up with him.
When you say he may think that, what do you mean by that?
Like, we just got arrested. Nobody broke up with each other. None of that.
All right. Are you personally in a relationship with Isaiah Chance?
No.
I don't have any other questions.
Okay, very good. Members of the jury, it's noon. We're going to go ahead and take a lunch recess, okay? Is 45 minutes good enough for you guys? Okay, 45 minutes it is, all right? So be back here at 12:45, and we will continue the trial, all right? Thank you.
All right.
In the early morning hours of Sunday, June 23rd, Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones arrived at Teaser's Gentlemen's Club in Tampa for a paid performance.
He's the gentleman wearing the red beanie hat.
That's Tampa Police Homicide Detective Juan Ramos identifying the rapper, known as Julio Foolio, in new surveillance video from the club's parking lot. Suspects Alicia Andrews, Isaiah Chance, and Sean Gathright watched this video in court Thursday, too. All three face charges in Jones's death in what investigators say was an ongoing rival gang war. After leaving Teasers, the rapper went down the street to Truth 18 nightclub for an after party, posting on social media in live live time.
This is the video here from his Instagram.
Surveillance video from outside that club shows how two suspect vehicles continued to follow Jones, just as they did at Teasers and eventually to the Home 2 Suites near USF.
They're approaching the victim's position on foot.
Video from the hotel and a parked Tesla show 3 shooters firing several shots at the vehicle Jones was riding in, killing him. With video playing such a big role in this case, Gathwright's attorney pushed back.
Once again, there is no actual video or identifiable footage that shows that Mr. Gathwright was physically present at Home 2 Suites. Is that correct?
Correct.
The state presented a picture from Gathwright's cell phone taken one day after the murder, showing a bottle of Don Julio. The detective testified that, based on gang knowledge, this represents an insult to the rapper Julio Foolio. Here's Gathwright's attorney.
Were you able to...
Tampa investigators say 5 people came down from Jacksonville and worked together to follow and ultimately kill a rapper who was here celebrating his birthday. 4 of those suspects appeared in court today. Fox 13's Ariel Placencia joins us live in Tampa. And Ariel, we know authorities are still searching for the 5th suspect, but you saw the 4 defendants in court today. What happened?
Well, Linda, today we learned that the state announced that it is considering the death penalty in this case, but a final decision has not been made yet on which of those defendants, if any, will be facing it.
All right, so all defendants are present, as well as their counsel and the state.
That's 4 defendants with 4 different attorneys, all appearing together in a Hillsborough County courtroom Wednesday. Rashad Murphy, Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathwright, and Alicia Andrews are accused of making the trip down from Jacksonville to follow and track rapper Charles Jones as he moved around Tampa to celebrate his birthday in June. Eventually, the rapper, who also goes by the name Julio Foolio, went to the Home 2 Suites near USF, where surveillance video recorded 3 shooters firing at his vehicle in the parking lot, killing him, in what investigators have described as an ongoing gang war. In court Wednesday, the attorney described a large amount of evidence that needs to be reviewed.
Inclusive of the in excess of 300-page police report, as well as what I anticipate to be dozens of listed witnesses.
Murphy, Chance, and Gathwright all waived their right to speedy trial in court Wednesday. Here's Tampa criminal defense attorney Hunter Chamberlain, who is not affiliated with this case.
Normally, you would waive your right to a speedy trial because your defense attorney needs more time to prepare.
However, Andrews' attorney told the courtroom that her client, who is pregnant, would not be waiving speedy trial. This means the state must bring her to trial sooner rather than later. A preliminary trial date was set for this coming January.
And if you don't think the case against you is very strong, then what you are doing is essentially depriving the state of time to find witnesses, to find evidence.
Another potential strategy could be
that she will cooperate and provide information and even potentially testimony in exchange for consideration when it comes time to sentence her for whatever charges she has pled to.
Meanwhile, the state announced Wednesday that they are considering the death penalty.
Your final decision has not been made. It is going to be reviewed within the next 2 weeks, Judge.
Okay.
Now, the judge did set some preliminary dates today for those not facing the death penalty. They're expected to go to trial in December of 2025. Those who are, that would be April of 2026. We'll be back in court next month to get an update on these trial dates, as well as a general overview of where things stand in this very layered case. I should also add that that 5th suspect, Davion Murphy, remains at large at this hour. Linda.
Ariel Placencia reporting live for us. Thank you.
This is the edge of a Tesla that's sitting at another Charger. That Tesla has its, I believe it's called Centurion function on, and it is recording from multiple cameras around the car. And this is one of the recordings. You'll see several in the evidence that picks up the 3rd shooter running down behind that row of cars and taking up position by that yellow car. He is the shooter on the other side of the street that forms that deadly vortex of fire as the Charger goes by. And as the Charger, you will see in the evidence, runs down the side trying to escape down the side of the hotel, this shooter comes running up to this position by the charging station and is opening up fire down the west side facing north of the Home 2 Suites. We have to go back and look at the lives and associations. Was right there, driving right next to that Dodge Charger in the seconds before this murder happened. If the defendant is found by you to be a principal, then she is legally responsible and accountable for everything that her co-conspirators, her co-defendants did. Alicia Andrews, these are her co-conspirators. I don't know if this laser is going to work, if you can see. In the upper left-hand corner, that's Rashad Murphy. Lower left, Davion Murphy. Sean Gaithright is in the upper right. And in the lower right is her boyfriend at the time, Isaiah Chance. These were the 5 conspirators. This was the assault team that took out Charles Jones, that took his life, that snatched it from him in the early morning hours of June 23rd. Isaiah Chance, Sean Gaithright, Rashad Murphy, Davion Murphy. To understand the murderous intent that existed amongst them, and to understand this conspiracy that dwelled in all of their minds and hearts, we have to go back and look at the lives and associations of Charles Jones and these defendants. What did Charles Jones do to these defendants that was so bad that would cause them to confederate, to conspire, engage in this coordinated, planned attack? Charles Jones belonged to and was affiliated with a group known as 6 Block. He was a member of that organization. It exists in Jacksonville. It's known as 6 Block, and it is a street gang. It consists of several members. 2 other gangs in Jacksonville, ATK and 1200, were affiliated gangs. They despise 6 Block. They detest them. They abhor them. And the level of hate between these groups is a mutual hatred. The evidence will show that these gangs have been at war for several years. And when I say war, the evidence will show you this is a war going on in the streets of Jacksonville. The hatred and the dripping animosity of these defendants towards Charles Jones, it ran deep. And the evidence will show you that. In fact, you will hear that in October of 2023, just 9 months before this, before the murder of Charles Jones, he had left his residence in Jacksonville in that same black Charger about 6 o'clock in the morning. He came to a stop sign in his neighborhood, just a few blocks from his house, when a shooter with a high-powered rifle opened fire on his car, striking his car several times and striking him in his lower leg, spraying bullets all over that neighborhood. Mr. Jones at that time was able to drive himself to a local hospital, receive treatment, and be released. That bullet, or fragment of bullet, remained in his leg until it was removed by the medical examiner who conducted the autopsy on his body here in Tampa after his murder. Earlier that same morning, a member of ATK, a man by the name of Tilly, was shot and killed at a high school football game. This shooting of Charles Jones was clearly retaliation, but Charles Jones was not the shooter of Tilly. But that didn't matter. So why was he targeted? You won't hear any evidence to suggest that he had anything to do with that shooting. He was affiliated with 6 Block. And you're going to hear in the evidence that he wasn't just a member of 6 Block, he was a notorious member of 6 Block. Probably the most well-known member of that gang. In fact, He was the public face of 6 Block. The spokesperson, basically. He posted on social media, but most notoriously and notably, he wasn't just a spokesperson for 6 Block. He was a certified celebrity. Charles Jones had millions of followers on social media, if not tens of millions of followers, because he engaged in an activity that you heard a little bit about yesterday from one of your fellow jurors, and he was spot on. That's exactly what the evidence is going to show you in this case. This long-standing pattern of what is called drill rap. And it is an activity that Charles Jones embraced and that he engaged in under the name Julio Foolio, which was in fact his street name, Foolio. Julio Foolio. In this type of rap music, it's not just rap, it's disrespect. It's making fun of and disparaging not only ATK and 1200, the opposing gangs, but disparaging their members by name. Disparaging, and probably most incendiary you will find in the evidence, bragging about the death or deaths of other of ATK 1200 members who have been murdered. As I said earlier, make no doubt about it, this is a gang war. Mr. Jones, you will see in the evidence, not only produced this music, he produced music videos. Videos where he would travel to the gravesides of these individuals, or a graveside that was used in lieu of their graveside, and do things during the video like lay on their graves and sing around their graves and use sarcastic lyrics in his songs, pour champagne on their graves, rubbing it in the faces of ATK and 1200. And ATK and 1200 were no better. They did the same thing. You're going to see videos from members of that gang. One young man in particular, Kenyatta Bullard, known on the streets as Young and Ace, who produced not only songs about 6 Block members who had been murdered, in the days after the murder of Charles Jones, he produced a song just within almost 48 hours and put it up, talking about the murder of Charles Jones, the specific facts of it. This created in those 5 individuals, in their minds and in their hearts, a vendetta. This was revenge. Because he ridiculed them, and he ridiculed their gang, which was their family. He ridiculed their friends, which were their family members. They were close, deep running bonds of loyalty in this organization. Because they have each other and they defend each other. They defend not only each other, but they defend each other's honors. And they defend their affiliations. This is the murder scene. Let me see if this will work. Home to Suites, McKinley, Fowler, USF is directly across the street. The USF campus lays literally feet away from this hotel complex. Over here you can see it's a Holiday Inn. This is the portico right here where the shooting happens. What you will see in this evidence is that these shooters arrive here and they come in and they go around the north side of that complex as Mr. Jones is sitting here at the portico with two other cars full of his friends and party goers, people celebrating. His girlfriend was in the other car. He was a passenger. His friend Xavier Edwards was driving. His longtime friend Gino Norris was in the back seat. They pull in. The shooters come in this way. They go around. They come down here, and they park in this area here. And then they act on foot, and they come around here, surprising Mr. Jones. You saw Mr. Jones' car try to evade the shooting and go this direction. He goes straight up here. There is no road here, but they make a road in their desperate efforts to get away. They go right past this dumpster, and the Charger ends up here. This is Mr. Jones arriving. He's been out celebrating, you will find in the evidence. That is Mr. Jones with that open passenger door. The vapor you're seeing is coming out of the hotel. That's some type of a dryer vent. Mr. Jones in the red stocking cap pulling up his shorts. He walks in the hotel. As you can see on the timestamp, which is slightly off by a few minutes, this is about 4:30 in the morning. They had been out through the night. They had gone to a couple of clubs. Mr. Jones appeared at one club and performed, and then he went to an after party at another club. He had attempted to make a reservation here, but because they appeared so late, it had been given away. You'll see him come back and get into his car. Video slightly sped up here. That car entering right there, that's the assault team. And as I said, they go northbound around the north side. They avoid driving near this entourage, Mr. Jones and his friends. This Nissan Altima that's pulling up is part of the entourage that was with Mr. Jones. The driver, Tafa McCrae, is a friend of his. You will see his girlfriend get out. And they go inside of the lobby to use the restroom. So Tafa and his girlfriend, Aaliyah Albritton, they walk in to the lobby, and they're actually inside there in the bathroom when the shooting happens. Now, you probably didn't see it, but when Tafa got out of the driver's seat of that Nissan Altima, Camilla Bentley slid right in behind him. That's another friend of Mr. Jones and friends with these folks. She's sitting in that car at the time of the shooting. She takes a round through the arm. This car driving by, that is the spotter car. That is the surveillance and reconnaissance vehicle. This is just before the shooting happens. And you're going to see that car come right back by. It goes down, does a three-point U-turn, and comes back. And now we're mere seconds away from the attack on the Charger, on the attack on Mr. Jones. You'll see the Chevy Cruze go southbound on McKinley. Down to the lower left, you saw the shooter with the automatic Glock. That's him in the lower part of the photo. So you see in this video, Xavier Edwards desperately trying to get them out of harm's way. But what he didn't know was that up on the top of that screen between that, I think it's a Mercedes and that yellow car, was the third shooter. So what he ended up doing was driving and you'll see it come to fruition here, directly into a vortex of high-powered rifle fire. Now, what you're also going to find in the evidence, and you can see the electrical charging station up here in the upper right, this is the edge of a Tesla that's sitting at another charger. That Tesla has its, I believe it's called Centurion function on, and it is recording from multiple cameras around the car. And this is one of the recordings. You'll see several in the evidence that picks up the third shooter running down behind that row of cars and taking up position by that yellow car. He is the shooter on the other side of the street that forms that deadly vortex of fire as the Charger goes by. And as the Charger, you will see in the evidence, runs down the side trying to escape down the side of the hotel, this shooter comes running up to this position by the charging station and is opening up fire down the west side facing north of the Home to Suites. That is the headlights of the Charger fleeing up the west side of the hotel, heading north. The third shooter. That's the Charger at the impound lot at the Tampa Police Department. You can see the impacts. Every one of those yellow stickers on the hood, the side, and the windshield are all impacts. That's the Altima that Camilla Bentley was sitting in. It took 2 rounds to the back window. This is Xavier Edwards, who was the driver of the Charger. That's him at the hospital. Gino Norris, Mr. Jones' friend, who was in the back seat. He was shot in the upper right arm. And Camilla Bentley, who was shot in the upper arm. These were the other partygoers. Armani Turner is Mr. Jones' girlfriend at the time. Miss Randolph, her friend. Robert Howard is an associate friend of Mr. Jones, who was in the car behind the Charger, which was a Hyundai. Tafa McCrae and Aaliyah were the ones in the Altima. You could see in that video that these gunmen acted with suddenness, they acted with speed and fury, and they brought overwhelming firepower. Not one shooter, not 2 shooters, but 3 to create that vortex that the evidence proves to you. with high-powered AR-style rifles and a fully automatic Glock 19, bringing all of that firepower to bear in a concentrated area easily and rapidly, establishing not fire superiority, but fire supremacy, the evidence will show. Firing, as you saw in that last photo from the Tesla video, with absolute impunity and disregard of anyone that may be in that area. The majority of that fire you will find in this case was funneled directly into the passenger compartment of the Dodge Charger. And every single one of the rounds that were fired that night, every single one of them was dripping with the hatred, the malice, and the premeditated intent of all 5 of those conspirators. The evidence will prove to you. Mr. Jones attempted to evade the gunfire. He was leaning up against the dashboard. You may have seen in that photo, on those videos, but you'll see it during the trial. Look for it. His feet are up on the dashboard. He's leaning back. He's on his phone. The evidence will show trying to find a hotel, trying to find lodging for them. He barely has time to pull his feet down. The evidence will show he attempted to jump into the back seat, to go through and across the center console. Before he could do that, one of these rounds smashed into his chest, and that round tore through his heart, through his lungs, and through the largest vein in the body, the aorta, a gigantic artery that supplies blood up and down your body. And when he turned and kind of flipped over to try to crawl into the back seat, he took 2 more rounds to his back. Those rounds ripping through not only the muscles of his back, but into his liver. These shooters, as you've just seen, leveraged surprise. They leveraged it in this attack to make sure that Mr. Jones didn't stand a chance, to make sure he couldn't evade this attack. Not this time. This time he was going to be killed. They took full advantage of this ambush that they had planned. And you saw in that evidence the determination of these shooters, the assault team in this conspiracy. They didn't stop firing when the Charger went through that vortex. They kept firing all the way up the side of the hotel as the Dodge Charger fled, almost a block away. That last shooter you saw in the Tesla video, opening up fire, rapid fire. And as I said, firing with impunity. This was a perfect ambush spot because Mr. Jones' car was stuck. He couldn't go backwards because his girlfriend's Hyundai was behind him. To the left was a parked car next to the beams of the portico. On the other side was the hotel. A hotel. And on the other side of the wall in the glass of that hotel was high-density humanity. That didn't stop these killers. That didn't give them any pause for concern. You're going to see in the evidence impacts around that portico, numerous windows that are blown out in the front of that hotel. And not only in the lobby and in the front of the hotel, up and down the west side of that hotel, impacts. Impacts through windows that coursed through hotel rooms where people were sleeping, families. That hotel was packed with people. Parents there with their student children that were there for orientation at USF. People were there with their small children here in Tampa sightseeing. This overwhelming firepower and violence of action had an effect of confusion. Now, it wasn't confusing to the killers because they slipped away into the darkness. They were gone almost immediately. But it had that effect on the victims. Gino and Xavier, when that Charger finally comes to a halt, bullet riddled, they realize that Charles Jones is gone. And they also realize that they both have been impacted. They have both suffered gunshot wounds. They flee out of that Charger, and they flee immediately to the west into the Holiday Inn, because now they don't know where these killers are. They don't know if they're there or not. So they flee and they run into the hotel. And you're going to see in the evidence, their flight leaves a thick blood trail, and a very obvious blood trail. They run in, they get on an elevator, they go to the 3rd floor. When law enforcement respond, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that, the confusion that was caused, they go to the area where the Charger is. They see the blood trail. They don't know if that's victims. They don't know if that's shooters. They go into the hotel thinking that they're going to be coming face to face with shooters. They go up the elevator, and they go onto the 3rd floor, and they find Mr. Edwards and Mr. Norris laying on the ground, bleeding. Camilla Bentley, you saw in the panic between her car, or the car she was driving, the Altima, and Miss Turner's Hyundai. One's backing up and one's going forward, and they collide going out onto McKinley. Camilla Bentley drives off, but then she turns around shortly thereafter and comes back and picks up Taifa and Aaliyah, who are inside of the hotel lobby. They then drive nearby to Advent Health, where Camilla is treated for her gunshot wound. Meanwhile, Armani Turner, the victim's girlfriend in the Hyundai, she ends up somehow on Fowler going eastbound and comes across a traffic stop being conducted by the University of South Florida Police Department, just a traffic stop. She pulls up, and her and Mr. Howard get out, and they make contact with the police, who are having a hard time understanding them because they were so frantic and so upset. So they follow them. They try to follow them. They actually lose sight of them because she's traveling so fast. Meanwhile, Tampa Police Department are responding to multiple 911 calls of shooting at the hotel. An officer responding sees Miss Turner driving. She drives through the intersection of Fowler. McKinley goes right over the landscaping and into the parking lot. He follows her, not knowing who she is or what her part of this is, and they end up making contact with her. Officers end up driving down to the south end because it's brought to their attention that there are impacts and broken glass all over the south end of the Home to Suites where the shooting actually happened or began. And the first officer who gets there comes into the scene, and he notices all of these 9mm pistol casings laying in the scene. And he's looking at the impacts, and he's already seen the Charger. And he's wondering, where are the rifle casings? Where are they? Well, you're going to hear in this evidence there were no rifle casings, even though 2 rifles were firing at a high cyclical rate in this attack. They weren't there because these conspirators modified their rifles. They put what are called brass catchers on the rifles to catch the brass, the shell casings being ejected from these AR-style rifles. They modified them, just like they modified that Glock pistol and made it fully automatic. That was confusing. That was beguiling to law enforcement, at least in the beginning, until they started obtaining the video that you've just seen. So how does this conspiracy unfold? How does all of this start? It starts with Charles Jones, Julio Foolio, you see his name on the top of this post on IG, putting out on his IG account this advertisement for June 22nd, which was a Saturday, The murders happened in the early morning hours of the 23rd, going into Sunday morning. And you see Mr. Jones in the middle, advertising he's going to be appearing, Julio Foolio, at Teasers on North Nebraska in Tampa, hosted by Kenny Kay. And he puts at the bottom, my Airbnb pool party, June 21st. And that's when he arrived here. He and party goers arrived here that Friday. They had rented an Airbnb in Holiday in Pasco County. And they ended up on Saturday night leaving the Airbnb because he had started sending out, telling people, send me messages and I'll message you back with the address. And so many people appeared that eventually the owner of the Airbnb pulled the plug and told them to get out. But you see down here at the bottom, my official birthday party, June 22nd at Club Teasers, and gives the address. So he is making it very well known when he puts this promotion out, where he's going to be, what address he's going to be at, and when he's going to be there. This is another flyer that he put up. 8 p.m. to 3 a.m., June 22nd at Teasers. He even puts a photograph here of Tampa. My Airbnb pool party. DM me for address. And my official birthday party at Club Teasers gives the address again. So he's advertising his whereabouts. He's advertising his whereabouts. Now, Miss Andrews, the defendant, sitting right over here at counsel's table, this is a message that she sends, and you see on the top there, oh, that's red. That is her Instagram account. You will find that. You can see on the top right, her registered email to that account, verified Alicia Andrews 72 at yahoo.com. She sends that this message on June 21st, that's Friday, at 10:52 UTC. That's early morning the 22nd, or earlier that day, sorry. UTC, if you're not aware of that, is Universal Time Code. It's Greenwich Mean Time. So you got to back up 4 hours. So she's sending that on the Friday night. Hey, could I book a B&B in Tampa? This is 2 days before the murder. To a Kiera Axe Marie. Hey, what's dates you need? Tomorrow, but what day do you have available? How many bedrooms? Like 2. Logistics. This is the beginning. She's trying to find lodging. Trying to find lodging for this operation. Now, a few moments later, a screenshot of an Airbnb message is documented. The message is addressed to Rashad Murphy, confirms his reservation at Lagoon Oasis 9703 Gazebo Pond in Tampa, June 22nd to June 24. And in the message of that message there from the owner of the Airbnb, our HOA requires for security purposes that all guests booking with us provide a valid ID, which he obliges and sends his valid ID. Now we go to the 22nd. This is the Saturday. Earlier in the day, before Julio Foolio is going to start appearing at clubs in Tampa. This is the residence of Sean Gaithright, one of the conspirators. That is Mr. Gaithright walking out with a large duffel bag. And Isaiah Chance walking out with bags. And you'll see they start loading that black car, which is a Chevy Impala. That is the car that goes north in the hotel complex. That is the car transporting the assault team. And they load the bags into the trunk. That BMW on the top of the video there is being driven by Mr. Chance. And you see him bringing out another large bag. They're kitting up and they're getting their gear into their transports. You'll see in the evidence that Mr. Chance ends up leaving in that Beamer. He drives and picks up his girlfriend, this defendant, Alicia Andrews, and brings her back to this residence, and then the three of them, Miss Andrews, Mr. Chance, and Mr. Gathright, get into that Impala, and they drive here to Tampa, and they drive to the Airbnb, and there will be zero doubt about all of that, because that Impala, while it's en route, is being picked up on license plate readers. You will see in the evidence their cell phones are tracking, hitting cell towers as they travel in unison all the way down to I-75, coming across from Jacksonville and heading directly into Tampa. When he comes back, Mr. Chance brings his contribution to the assault team. The Glock pistol with the extended magazine. He tucks it into his waistband. You can see the extended magazine sticking out in the trigger guard and the slide and the dust cover of the pistol. Just a more close-up photo of it. And you can see it bulging out of the right side of his warm-up pants he's wearing. So these three, Chance, Gathright, and the defendant, get in that Impala. And they drive. You'll find in the evidence that Gathright in the middle and Chance, the defendant's boyfriend, are very tight. They were close friends. Mr. Chance calls Mr. Gathright his little brother. And you'll see in the video when they are loading up, you'll see more video during this trial of Mr. Chance putting in the codes on the front door of the house that Mr. Gathright lives at. Now, the second car, the one that I pointed out to you, the surveillance vehicle, this is a Chevy Cruze. This car is also picked up on license plate readers after law enforcement determined its involvement in this case. They go back and they find it. And if you can see in the lower left-hand corner, 7:46 p.m., June 22nd, it's on Bruce B. Downs at Tampa Palms, getting real close to where their Airbnb is. And by the way, the Airbnb they book is 1.3 miles from the murder scene. You will see in the evidence that the LPR, the license plate recognition systems that are picking up these two vehicles, show them traveling in unison, hitting on the same license plate readers at the same time, at the same locations as they travel from Jacksonville.
Yeah, again, I am crazy surprised that that young lady took the stand.
A rather important jury instruction, 3.7 regarding burden of proof. So I'm going to print that up and include that. All right, we were also missing 2.7, the instruction on closing arguments. I'm going to print that one up as well.
So just to let you guys know what's going on now, I guess they're back from a lunch break or whatever like that, but all the testimony is in, and basically with the judge in this trial of Alicia Andrews, which is the young lady, she's the only defendant that's being charged in the Julio Foolio murder that's actually on trial, because she did not waive her right to a speedy trial. The rest of the defendants she was charged with, they waived their right to a speedy trial. So that means it could take a couple years or whatever, however long it takes for the state to say that they're ready and to take them to trial. But this young lady, Alicia Andrews, she wanted to have a speedy trial. She wanted to exercise her right to a speedy trial, so she's been tried by herself. Well, the trial only lasted about 8 days, with like 10 days or whatever. But now the judge wants to give the jury the case, meaning the judge is basically going to instruct the jury what to consider, what the law is, what things to judge, what they can judge, the rules of engagement while they back there deciding the fate, the guilt or innocent with the different counts, the different charges that are involved with this lady, Alicia Andrews. But of course, she's just working it out with both the defense team and the prosecutor. They just come into some agreement about what her jury instructions are going to be. Now, once she's finished this, I think they're going to bring the jury back into the courtroom, and they're going to allow both the defense as well as the prosecutor to closing arguments. And typically how that goes is the prosecutors will speak first, and they will tell the jury, you know, we've been in here 8 days, 9 days, you've heard testimony of this, you've seen evidence of this, you've seen whatever, and all of the things that they should consider that points to the guilt of this young lady, Alicia Andrews. Then the defense attorneys, they'll do their version of persuasion and counter all of those things, and they'll present their own reasoning to the jury why they should find this young lady not guilty, of course. But fair or not, or unfair or not, the state's attorney, the state prosecutor, they get a second shot at saying something to the jury. And I know it sounds crazy, it might sound unfair, but the prosecution in the state cases, they get to speak to the jury to be persuasive. The defense attorneys, they get to speak to the jury to counter and be persuasive in their argument about why their client is innocent, in this case, this little young lady. And then the prosecution, they get to speak back to the jury. And it closes with that, and then the instructions are given to the jury, and then they go off and deliberate. I think the judge in this case wants all of this to take place today. And if they don't finish with the testimony today of the young lady that's on trial, which I was surprised she's even taking a stand. She's actually on the stand right now. They're continuing the some questions to her or whatever like that. But let's see what happens. Let me try to show.
They're going to be given to the jury, and I'll read them to the jury before closing arguments.
Yep.
All right, we need, Ms. Andrews is on the stand, defense counsel's present, state's present, everybody ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's bring in our jury.
Yes, Judge. All rise. All jurors are in.
Okay, very good, thank you. Welcome back, members of the jury. Everyone have a seat. State, you may proceed with cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Andrews, you've testified about your on-again, off-again relationship with the co-defendant, in this case, Isaiah Chance. Is that correct?
Yes.
In fact, you told this jury about some instances where you had been hit by him. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've dated Isaiah Chance for over 4 years. Isn't that true?
Not over 4 years.
How long?
It's about just 4 years.
Just about 4 years, okay. And it's been on again, off again, is that correct?
Yes.
And during that time period, you have dated other young boys, is that correct?
Maybe.
Does Kamari Outing sound familiar?
Yes.
He's a boy that you had dated, and you still were talking to him, in fact, up until the time of the crime, June of 2024. Is that correct?
We never dated, but yeah, I was talking to him.
And in fact, at some point, Isaiah Chance got upset and made phone calls to him, right?
Yes.
And you had conversations on your phone with Mr. Kamari Outing where you two discussed that. Isn't that true?
I believe so.
And they were still on your phone. They were backed up. They were saved on your phone, and they were on your phone on June 23rd of 2024. You never deleted these messages that you had with Kamari Outing. Isn't that correct?
I mean, I have to see the message. I don't know. What is that message?
Okay. Your Honor, I'll approach the witness. Would looking at those messages help refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Ms. Andrews, if you'll take a look at this. Ms. Andrews, you recognize these messages from your phone?
Yes.
And Kamari Outing, he was a member of 1200, isn't that correct?
No.
No? I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 75C12. That's a photo of you with Kamari Outing that was still on your phone. Isn't that true, ma'am?
That's not Kamari.
That's not Kamari?
That's my cousin.
Okay, what's your cousin's name?
Marcus.
Marcus? Okay. And in this messaging with Kamari, he's upset because Isaiah Chance has called him and basically told him that you're with him and that you're pregnant, and you're still trying to get Kamari Outing to talk to you, right? Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, that's my best friend.
And he doesn't want to because of Isaiah Chance, correct? In fact, you're the one that keeps on insisting that he not block you and that you and him continue to talk. Is that correct?
Yeah, but the message behind that, that's my best friend. And Isaiah called him and was just going on and on about, he didn't want him to, he was giving him a reason to not text me back, to not talk to me. That's what that was about.
And so despite the fact that Isaiah Chance doesn't want you to have anything to do with him, you're fine with disobeying what Isaiah Chance wants because this is your best friend, right?
Yeah, and at the time I sent that, I was at home in my bed. I was not with Isaiah.
But all of these messages are still saved and on your iPhone, right?
I mean, I guess so.
They were, not you guessed. They're on your iPhone, right?
They're on my iCloud.
Yes. And so your iCloud backs up your iPhone, ma'am. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure how that works, but I think so.
Okay. You don't recognize these messages? Something that you typed and you received on your little pink iPhone?
I believe so.
Okay. your phone is also password protected, right?
Yes.
Because certainly when Isaiah Chance is using your phone that night on June 23rd of 2024, at some point when you're walking in that parking lot, your phone locks up, right?
Yes.
And you have to enter in your password.
Yes.
And so that's what happens with an iPhone. After your iPhone is not being activated over a lengthy period of time, a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, it does what?
It locks.
And so what do you have to do every time that happens?
Unlock it.
And obviously Isaiah Chance didn't know your password because you're standing there right next to him, and what does he have to do?
He asked for the password that first time, but he's looking at me.
And I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 34. You know who this is, right? Charles Jones.
Yes.
You have known who he was since 2021 when you were at Rains High School, right?
I knew of him, yes.
You were well aware of him, right? This is something that you discussed a lot with your friend Jewel Jordan.
I only discussed him maybe 2 times.
At the time when you were doing that, did you date somebody by the nickname K Shorty?
We weren't dating.
You didn't date him either, right?
No.
You weren't upset talking about Jewel Jordan and Julio Foolio, Charles Jones recruiting all these young men that were getting shot up in this gang war?
I wouldn't say upset. I was just gossiping.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. But this is State 75C13. This is a photograph with you and K Shorty.
Yes, that's Therese.
Okay. And do you see what he's doing there?
Yeah.
He's throwing up like 12?
I don't know what the sign means.
I have no idea what that means. But you're posting this on TikTok, right? You love TikTok. You've talked about, right? You posted on TikTok. You're both posing together.
Yes, ma'am.
And despite the fact that you intimately know a lot of people who are associated with these gangs, you have no idea what it means when he's throwing up that sign.
No, I don't.
No idea whatsoever.
Overruled, go ahead.
You followed Charles Jones on Instagram, isn't that correct?
Maybe back then.
Did you ever unfollow him?
Probably.
You were still following him when this crime occurred, right, on Instagram?
I don't remember following him.
You don't remember? You never looked and you never saw any of these advertisements that Julio Foolio was going to be in Tampa on June 22nd?
No, I never seen those.
You did not like Julio Foolio back in 2021. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, I wouldn't say a personal issue. When you say like him, didn't like him.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 75C2, conversation that you had with Jewel Jordan. So I want you to read what you texted to her back on January 19th of 2021.
I said, but if you think about it, everybody dissing everybody. People from out east diss they side, so of course they're going to say something, but it don't even be popular like that, what? Like that for real. Foolio be the one talking shit, then all his little niggas come, then other extra people.
Okay. So you are talking about out east, correct? That is a territory of 1,200.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're talking about how the people in 1,200 dish they side, correct? And then you're also talking about Papa, that's Little Papa, right?
Yes.
And who's Little Papa?
He's a rapper.
And you know that he also has a gang affiliation, is that correct?
I mean, he doesn't claim it, so I don't know.
Okay. You know your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, is in a gang, isn't that true?
I don't know that.
That's something you've told your best friend since you were little, Jewel Jordan, that you knew that he was in a gang and that he was in it.
I never told her that.
You never
I
said
I've
that?
heard allegations of it. But when I asked him, he denies it, so of course I took his word.
In this particular conversation, you then say, again, talking about Foolio, let's go down here. I want you to tell the jury what then you texted in response to Jewel Jordan saying that they keep killing each other. And we're talking about the gang war in Jacksonville, right? 1,200 against 6 Block. ATK against 6 Block, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's see, what did you text her?
I said right, so it's gonna go
And
on.
I'm sorry, Ms. Andrews, if you don't mind, you speak very quickly, so if you could just speak slowly, because I'm seated next to you and I'm having trouble hearing you. So
Okay.
thank you very much.
I said right, so it's gonna go on, and they keep saying let leak rest, but I'm sure the other side be feeling like that, so it's gonna keep repeating, and yeah, they know what come with it, so charge it to the game, go retaliate or something. They sitting up there rapping, but that's y'all homeboy. Just do what y'all have to do. They don't be in Jacksonville, so I doubt they care about anybody here or the upcoming rappers.
So Leaky is another person that has died in this gang war, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're well aware of that, correct?
Yes, ma'am. He went to middle school with me.
So you have somebody who went to middle school that died in this gang war, and you had somebody who went to Rains High School that died in this gang war, is that correct?
Yeah, I heard of it, but I'm not friends with him.
Well, you say you're not friends with Spaz, right? Joe Rod Adams, correct?
Yeah, I'm not friends with him.
But he wasn't the only one that got shot in that Rains High School shooting, was he?
I mean, I think so.
Will also got shot in that high school shooting. Will Go Crazy, the person who you communicate with on your phone, right? You know who Will is.
I wouldn't say like that. He texts me and he tries to talk to me like I'm cute. People are going to start talking to me like that.
He's who Jewel Jordan was talking about when she said that you two had a friend that was injured at the shooting at Rains High School, correct?
Yeah, when she says friend, she means associate.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't ask you that, but what her wording up there was friends, right?
Yes.
And he got shot in the arm. His name is Will Royal. He went to high school with you at Rains High School, right?
I believe so.
You believe so, or you know so?
I don't remember his last name being Royal, so that's why I said I believe so.
Okay, let's not call him Will Royal. Let's call him Will, who got shot in the left arm the same day that Spaz, Joe Rod Adams, got killed at Rains High School when you were attending there.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes, Will.
So what are you texting your friend Jewel Jordan on 1/21 of 2021?
You want me to read it?
Yes, ma'am.
I said it was deleted about time I got up, but Foolio had said it'd be everybody. Foolio had said it, but everybody kind of knew that. It was just once that time he got shot, and I forgot the boy that died with him at the Rains game, but the boy Robert ain't even do that, even though he on the 6th side. It was Bibby, and Will knew that, but Bibby died like 3 weeks later, so that was crazy.
Okay. And so who we're talking about right now, that you claim not to know his last name, is the very person you are texting Jewel Jordan about, right? Will.
Yes, ma'am.
So you knew him well enough to be texting to your friend, Jewel Jordan, after the high school shooting at Rains, correct?
Yes, he was known.
And the other person that you are mentioning in this same sentence is Robert. You're referring to Robert Howard, the person who actually went to prison for manslaughter for that shooting, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also mentioning Bibby, is that correct?
Yes.
Bibby is a nickname. It is a gang nickname, isn't it, Miss Andrews?
I didn't know his real name. I'm just referring to him as Bibby.
Okay. Because Bibby is the way that the people who you hang out with refer to him, right?
No, the people on the internet refer to him as Bibby.
That's right. And that's how they know him, by his gang name.
I mean, I wouldn't know if it's his gang name.
Do you think Bibby is his legal name?
I don't know him personally to know, so.
And then Jewel Jordan responds, OMG, LMFA, what does that mean?
Laughing my fucking ass off.
Everybody kind of knew. They all had comments to calling. You guys are also watching what is going on social media between these warring rival gangs, aren't you?
Yeah, that day we're actually referring to a post, so we're reading the comments, but instead of putting it in the comments, we're texting it to each other.
Now I want you to read to the jury what you texted your friend Jewel Jordan on January 21st of 2021.
I said, girl, I don't like Foolio. Laugh my fucking ass off. Ugly ass bitch. He need to die. And shit, that was Will friend. Fuck the cold shit. Then I said, bitch, he shot me and my friend died. Yeah, I'm pointing out who did it.
And so you don't like Julio Foolio. That's fair to say back in 2021 you didn't like him.
Yeah, that was my opinion when I was 17 years old.
And your exact words were, he need to die, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't mean it. Literally, I'm 17 just gossiping.
Okay. But you really are talking about your friend Will, and you're saying, fuck that code shit. If he shot me and my friend died, you're referring to Will and his friend Spaz that died.
Yeah, I was saying he knew probably who killed his friend. He should have spoke up. I'm saying if it's my friend, I'm going to tell who did it.
So you were upset that 6 Block, and you believe 6 Block and Julio Foolio's group were responsible for your friend getting shot, correct?
I mean, that was what was on the internet, and I wasn't upset. I mean, I'm just gossiping. I really don't care, honestly.
And then you emphasized it, right?
No, she emphasized it.
She emphasized it. Then I want you to go down here and say what you said 1/22 of 2021.
I said, bitch, hold on, because I think Julio talking about Therese and his friends left my ass up. I do not like him.
Okay. And tell us again who Therese is.
Therese is the person I'm in a picture with.
And then what did you say?
I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. I was reading the comments.
And then what did you say here?
No, that's her talking.
Oh, I'm
At the
sorry.
top.
What did Jewel Jordan say in response?
She said, that is Julio, though. He recruit a bunch of dumbass niggas who willing to die.
And then what was your response to that?
I said, right, and he started to realize. But first time I saw him, that shit clicked on. When Julio called we all in the garage, he talking about, nigga always want me to ride with him when he down here, so I could be the one to die, not him. I ain't nobody guard. I said, bitch, I was dying.
And what do you mean when you texted that?
I was in the garage with Therese one day, like just chilling, and one of his, I think that was his cousin or somebody older, and he gets a call from Julio, and he, I think, asked him to ride somewhere, and he tells the friend, like, at the phone, he goes, he said, I'm not riding nowhere with him. I'm not finna die. And I just sent it to my friend. I'm like, well, I'm over here laughing about it.
And you said Isaiah Chance, you did not know he was in a gang. Is that correct?
I mean, I heard people say it, but when I asked him, he says he's not.
You also were aware of what happened at the town center. Is that correct?
Yes, it was on the news.
Tell us what happened at the town center.
Some people died in a car leaving Wasabi.
Okay. Young and Ace, correct?
He didn't die, but he got shot.
Young and Ace's group, is that correct? They were in that car.
His cousin and brother, I believe.
And he was the only one that survived, correct?
Yes.
His brother was killed?
I think that was his brother, yeah.
Person named 23, Royal Smith, was killed?
Yes, ma'am.
And Isaiah Chance, he was upset about that, wasn't he?
I mean, I don't know if he's upset, but he would say, like, he's heard about it sometimes.
That is something, a moment that he has shared with you intimately about what happened at the town center. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, I already knew what happened, but he's explaining to me like he don't like to go out there.
Correct, because 23 died at the town center.
Yeah, he believes it's violence out there. He don't want to go out there.
And he was upset about it, right?
I mean, I guess so.
You had a conversation. You don't remember the conversation you had with him on your phone where you wanted to go do something at the town center?
Yeah, I believe I showed him a restaurant I wanted to go to.
that's you here, right? You want to go one day, question mark?
I think, is that him?
Oh, that's him, you're right.
That's him.
That's one of his old phone numbers, 904-575-7534.
Yes, that's his old number.
And he's like, you want to go one day? And you said, yeah, it's in the town center.
Yes.
And then what was your response?
I sent him a TikTok. I was responding to the TikTok saying, laugh my ass off, bro.
And then what was his response?
He said, I hate it here. I hate it there.
Why would he hate it there?
I guess he's traumatized about it. Somebody you know died out there. You don't want to go out there.
And his next response to you?
He says, I don't like the town center.
And then what did you say?
I said, you hate everywhere. We don't got to sit in.
And then what did he respond to you?
He's telling me 23 got killed in the town center. That's why I don't like it out there.
And then what was his next
He said, I
response?
don't like thinking about it for real. So when I do switch moves, like an MF.
And what was your response to this texting conversation?
I said, well, we don't have to go there if it's gonna bother you. I forgot about it. It's some other places we both ain't tried yet.
So this is a conversation that you have had more than once with Isaiah Chance. Isn't that true?
I think that's is it the one time?
You said you forgot about it, right?
No, I'm saying I forgot that it happened in the town center because I've seen it on the news.
You knew who 23 was, right?
So when he referred to 23, yes, I knew of the person.
Knew that 23 is associated with Young and Ace, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I knew that.
He has confided in you about more than one death that occurred in this gang war. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I don't know of more than one. Which one you referring to?
You know, Antonio Tilley died between October 6th and October 7th of 2023.
Yes, he told me his friend died.
He was traumatized by that, correct?
I mean, I wasn't around him to know if he was traumatized, but he
Didn't
said
you-
he was sad, yeah.
Didn't you have a texting conversation with him October 7th of 2023 when he said that he was traumatized and that he was mentally not well, not right in the head?
I think I remember that conversation. I asked if he wanted me to be around him for, just
space,
more
right?
support. Yeah, but he didn't want me to come.
And you remember that conversation. He didn't want you around because he was not in the right headspace the day after his friend Tilly died, correct?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, who would be in the right headspace after their friend died?
And so much so that you agreed not to go see him, right?
Yeah, if he don't want me there, I'm not going to go.
And you were worried about him, right?
Yeah, but I know if he doesn't want me there, I'm not going to just go.
And that was October 6th and 7th of 2023. Are you aware that Charles Jones, his life, there was an attempt on his life that occurred on October 7th of 2023, the day after his good friend Tilly was killed?
I've heard about it.
You heard about it from Charles Jones, right?
Yeah, I believe he went live or something.
Yeah, and in fact, not only did you hear about it from Charles Jones, you had conversations on your phone about it, and you assured him you would delete it, right?
Delete what?
Delete. I'm sorry. You had conversations with your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, about it, and you deleted the conversations, didn't you?
About what?
About what he had done.
He never told me he did anything. I don't remember.
Well, then let me ask you, with looking at your messages with him on October 7th of 2023, refresh your recollection. that conversation?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been in this trial, correct?
Yes.
You heard that the shell casings that was taken off of your boyfriend's best friend's Toyota 4Runner, that the ballistics matched the casings that were used to shoot at Julio Foolio, Charles Jones, on October of 2023, right?
Yes.
It's been tied to that ballistically, right?
Yeah, I've heard it.
And and it occurred the day after Tilly was killed.
Yes.
And he was torn up, and you guys had conversations about it. You and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, had conversations about that. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, he's telling me he's not himself right now. He needs space. He never told me he did anything.
Then what is it that you're referring to after he tells you to stay loyal, right? He tells you that. He texts that to you after that, after he said he needed some time, on October 8th, now that we're talking, the day after Charles Jones, where they tried to take his life, right?
I mean,
he says to you, don't go run off normally, what you normally do, be loyal, stay loyal. That's what he said to you, right?
yes, and you're misinterpreting what he's saying. When he says stay loyal, he means don't go cheat. Because, I mean, I talk to who I want to talk to at times. When he's not paying me no attention, I feel like you ignore me, you're doing what you want to do, I'm going to go talk to other people. So that's why he's telling me stay loyal, don't do what you normally do.
So when he's devastated because his friend died, and then he and his friend tried to kill their rival, what he's worried about is you staying loyal to him?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay. And so what are you referring to when you say in direct response to that, you're saying, it's fine, you're all right now, it's somebody close to you, not a random person, so I mean it's normal to feel how you feel. I'm not bae, we're straight, we're just together, we're good. I deleted what you said, and I'm not texting nobody, even if you don't want to talk about it at the moment. So what exactly are you referring to that you deleted?
He told me to delete a message with somebody's texting me. It was a different guy.
So again, he's worried about you cheating. He didn't make any sort of confessions and confide in you as to what happened on October 7th?
No, he didn't.
Overruled.
And so when you are with law enforcement and they are interviewing you and they bring up Charles Jones, Julio Foolio, and they specifically talk about this beef, you lie to them and act like you don't know nothing about that, right?
Yeah, he asked me if I had knowledge, like I knew exactly who did what. Like, no, I don't have no direct knowledge. I know what's on the internet, but I didn't assume that's what he was asking me, so I said no.
You know nothing about Julio the big rapper, right?
I said I know what's on the internet. I don't know personally if it's true, who did what.
You know more than what is on the internet. Isn't that true, miss?
No, I actually don't.
You have just read to the jury about different deaths.
That's on the internet in our city. I don't know if it would be in Tampa, but Jacksonville is on the internet.
And also a person you know that's been shot, Will.
Yeah, I went to school with him, so I know.
Okay, so that's not just on the internet. That's something that you lived through, right?
I didn't live through it. I mean, that's his situation. I just know about it.
And you're dating Isaiah Chance Gutta, right?
Dating him when at that time?
And you know that his best friend, 23, has been killed.
I mean, okay, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
Okay. But you're aware of it, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
And you know that Tilly has been killed.
Yes, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
But again, you are aware of it, right?
Yeah, it's on the internet.
Overruled.
And you know that Bibby has been killed?
Yes, just like everybody else knows.
And you yourself know about it?
Yes, it was on the internet.
And law enforcement are informing you that they are asking you about the death of Charles Jones in Tampa, right?
Yes.
And they are talking to you and they are mentioning that they know the beef between these two groups, right?
Yes.
And your boyfriend Isaiah Chance is connected to many of the people who have died in this rival gang war.
Yeah, he's connected, not me. So,
But you know about it.
yes, I know.
And you lied to law enforcement and withheld all of that information knowing that they are investigating another death in this rival gang war, right?
I mean, in the beginning, they told me to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about what I don't want to talk about, and I didn't want to be in the middle of that. I don't know for sure of any of these deaths for real. I looked on the internet. I don't know, so I didn't answer it.
They read you your Miranda rights, right? They told you that before they read you your Miranda rights, right?
I don't know if it was before or not.
You didn't just watch this video?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was before, though.
They read you your Miranda rights and told you you had the right to remain silent, that you were in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
They also informed you you could have an attorney present with you if you wanted to, right?
Yes.
And you chose to speak with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was there for, so I didn't have a problem speaking to them.
You didn't know what you were there for? They told you multiple times that you were there for the murder investigation of Charles Jones, right?
I'm saying as soon as it started, when I got arrested from my house, they said I had a warrant for resisting arrest. So that's why I was assuming I was going to jail for. I later ended up in a room with two guys. So I did sit there and talk.
Who told you what you were being questioned about?
Yeah, and I had no issue. I can answer the question.
And then multiple times in that interview, they were trying to impart to you the seriousness of what you were being questioned about.
Yes.
You would agree with that statement. Multiple times they tried to reach you and let you know how serious these charges were.
Yes.
And they asked you for details about who was involved, and they started showing you evidence.
Yeah, they did.
And in that moment, you chose to protect your boyfriend. Isn't that true?
I wouldn't say I protected him. I literally pointed him out, so that's not protecting him.
You never said that he was involved with a homicide, did you?
I didn't know if he's involved in it, so why would I tell them that?
You never said who or gave descriptions. If you truly believed he had nothing to do with this homicide, then why wouldn't you just share information and tell them and give them descriptions, even if you didn't know their name, what they look like, and where they came from?
I mean, again, I didn't know for sure, so I didn't answer that. And I'm not about to do that job for them, put my life on the line, to be in the middle of that, so I didn't answer it. I answered everything pertaining to me. Anything about them, I didn't answer.
You didn't seem like you were afraid in that interview. Were you afraid in the interview or not?
I was, but I handled myself well.
Okay. You weren't afraid of Isaiah Chance?
No, he's not even in there, so why would I be?
So, well, then I don't understand. Were you afraid to give up their names because you're afraid of them? You're afraid of Isaiah Chance and Davian Murphy and Rashad Murphy? Or are you protecting them in that interview?
I wouldn't say I'm doing any of that. I mean, you understand it's about a gang. I'm a female. I don't want to be in the middle of it, so I didn't answer it. And I don't know for sure if they did anything at the time of that, so I didn't say anything.
Then why are you up here testifying about how Isaiah Chance hit you?
Because, I mean, that leads up to why I act the way I act out of town.
You were afraid of him or not? Are you afraid of him? Does he beat you? And are you afraid to stand up to him?
Yes, at times.
And you said, I think you said in your direct examination that people can't really understand because they don't know when you cannot leave. Is that what you said? Something to that
I
effect?
said people wouldn't understand a domestic violence relationship because you'll think, why don't you leave? Why don't you walk away? It's not that easy unless you're in it.
But that's not exactly true, is it?
It is true.
You say cannot leave. You did not live with him, did you?
No, I didn't.
You never lived with Isaiah Chance.
No, I didn't, but he knew where I stayed. He would pop up at my house, ring the doorbell all times of night, so I couldn't go nowhere. So
He never had financial control over you. He never paid your rent, did he?
I don't pay rent, so no.
You live with your parents.
Yes,
You live with two loving parents in a safe home. Isn't that true, Miss Andrews?
yes, I do.
And you never mentioned to your mother or your father that Isaiah Chance was hitting you or abusing you ever, did you?
I did.
You never reported it to police?